This episode explores how New York City Public Schools is scaling New York City Reads, a citywide science of reading initiative to improve literacy and transform teaching and learning across Community School District 1. What should be scaled in education? According to the research, scalable education practices that improve schools are evidence-based. They start in the classroom and expand school-wide. This episode follows educators as they deploy the science of reading-backed curriculum in classrooms across Community School District 1.
I always say that it's not just about selecting a shared curriculum, or it's not just about teaching a curriculum. It's really about the entire literacy experience. And that's what New York City Reads brings. It makes sure that our families are stronger partners with their students' learning. Parents are taking trips with students in alignment with units. So it's been truly transformative.
I want our students to find joy in coming into the building. I want our teachers to find joy in coming into the building. And you feel it. You feel it. You walk in here and everybody's happy. We have our ups, we have our downs, right?
I'm comfortable asking for help. It's not always where you get the privilege of being comfortable enough to ask for help.
I think this year we're really going to see a major increase in student achievement. A lot of new teachers last year. So we went up 2.6% in ELA. That's with first year teachers implementing a brand new curriculum, and they're seeing results. This year, now that they're going to go into this second year with the support of the district, who has provided EL coaches for us in the school, we're really excited about the possibility and the prospect of student achievement going up that much more this year.
There's a lot of time spent in terms of using professional and prep periods to support the planning around EL, as well as intensive coaching.
Together, we did a lot of collaborative planning, myself with the teachers on grade level teams. We used our professional learning time to really dig into the units. And also EL has a lot of professional learning tools that they provide, planning templates, all types of resources that teachers can use.
Enjoying the exciting and wonderful things that came to life in his...
We have time built into our teachers' schedules every single week to work together as a complete grade team, specifically to unpack the modules, the units, and the lessons of EL.
We actually survey all the teachers across the district, and we ask them, how can we best support your professional development, and develop lab sites where teachers across the district can actually visit these teachers and also conduct lesson studies.
There was an EL learning group that we were able to attend and kind of bounce ideas off each other and look through videos of other EL lessons and plan together and really break down the lesson with the planning templates.
So looking at a model classroom, okay, this is what I saw in this amazing classroom. I saw how the kids were engaged. I saw how the teachers were interacting, assessing each student. So kind of looking at that model, and then everyone can take it back to their school and use this model classroom to ask questions or to kind of, see what's really working really well, what might be a little bit less successful. You can bring it back to your school.
They can curl up, right, into a ball. Excellent.
So I work with my co-teacher. We do our planning each day to make sure that each lesson entails every aspect necessary. She really is so helpful in just making sure that we hit each component, differentiating for each student.
Enemies, animals that are trying to hurt them, right? And good.
So it may seem overwhelming at first, but just break it down, take it piece by piece, take all the opportunities to go see other classrooms, see it in action. It could look different in your classroom, and that's okay. The main goal is just the students are number one, and making sure that we get them where we need them to be, and working with them and getting to know them, building relationships. All of these important aspects will help you get to where you need to be when it comes to NYC Reads, and it may look like a lot at first, but you'll get there.
We know better now, we're smarter now, and we actually connect learning to brain development, to science, And so therefore, I think that's why we're doing what we're doing now.
The curriculum is set up so that we are working with different students who have different skills, and we can all bring those skills to the work that we are doing in a way where we're combining the things that we know to help each other.
What's different is much more intentional and much more with the understanding of how kids' brains work and how they actually learn. There is repetition. You need to build fluency and you need to build automaticity.
I'm going to leave it right here.
All the shifts that are being made, starting with the most basic foundational literacy and using a system of phonics and phonemic awareness in a very sequential and intentional order so that kids are building their ability to, take those 26 letters in the alphabet and manage the 44 sounds that each one of those letters is capable of making. And understanding that, being able to apply it in word segmentation and composition and learning to read.
To the park. Good job.
Linda Darling-Hammond has done a lot of studies on how deep learning opens doors for equity and improves student outcomes in learning. And so that's really our focus of building culture around this curriculum, is getting those rich opportunities and those rich learning experiences into classrooms.
How do we take this EL curriculum, this literacy curriculum, and give students experiences? How do we give them opportunities to use New York City as an extension of the classroom?
Yes, amen.
How do we use the arts as a way to get them more involved in the academic content, a way to think about it more critically, more creatively?
We are a dual language Mandarin school, and the focus primarily here is on dual language Mandarin acquisition. But EL was honoring a wide array of demographics where our students were seeing themselves inside the stories, inside the curriculum. And because it took an interdisciplinary approach, it wasn't just ELA. It was other facets of the curriculum combined into one where it now made the learning exciting.
Now that the yardstick finally made that.
Creating an engaging environment for students where they can enjoy the learning, I think, is half the battle, and making sure kids want to come to school.
To learn about the modern butterfly and different animals, it's very cool because we learn about their habitat, their defense mechanism, what they eat, their diet, how they live, and stuff like that. So I think it's really, really, really cool that we're actually learning about these animals.
The students having the ability to persevere through a task, a challenging one, and the other is looking at our subgroups and how we're grouping students to be successful in every day's lesson. And you can see that there's a connective tissue here, is persevering through a task and group work that is leading towards this, ultimately, this independence and providing students with the agency that they need to be independent.
It makes me feel happy and when I do homework and I have to stay up to finish it, and when I finish it, it's I'm happy and I'm glad I did it, and I'm proud of myself.
When kids can break that code, it's super exciting and very successful for them, and they're loving every minute of it.
E, good. Where's the E? There you go. Good job.
It is hard. But the kids don't mind that so much, and I do like it because it is challenging for the kids. I want them to be prepared for the state test and state exam.
I would like to say that New York City has finally got it right after a long time of really being in the wrong direction. So I think that we've got something really solid that's research-based and that we can believe in it, and I think all of us are seeing the progress that's being made, and it just makes you feel a lot more confident and positive.
Saying to myself, I can't do this, I can't do this. But then I realized I can do this. So I just do whatever I can.